Did you get a call where he said?
Yeah, I had to come and meet Lorne in his office up on the 9th floor, and he asked me, why do you think you should be on the show? And I said, because I like wearing wigs. It did not go well.
The variety show. For all the younglings out there,
Yeah.
what is this alien concept called a variety show?
So foreign. You know, it's so funny, isn't it? We grew up with variety shows, and everybody watched them, and everyone had one, and it was kind of the norm for, you know, a performer or celebrity, and it's the thing that I think taught me how to do what I ended up doing on Saturday Night Live, and it's just part of my DNA, and it makes me happy. And I mean, look at all these amazing people I worked with over the years. My biggest joy is to do this with people that make me happy and make me laugh, and that was why I wanted to do this show.
And by the way, the cast here is a who's who. Did you just get out like your SNL yearbook and start doing the dial-a-thon?
Yeah, man, and you know what? Like, I know that they want to come to play because they love it too. Like, it's the one thing we all miss. We miss playing together, and when you get that chance, it's heaven. It really is. And Sean Hayes, by the way, like, should have been a cast member. He's just the greatest.
And Kristen Bell too.
Oh my God, she's got to host Saturday Night Live. She's unbelievable. I keep telling her, you're an animal. It's like, you're an animal. You can do anything. She's so good.
So this is a one-time special. Do you think it could turn into something you do more regularly?
I would personally love it if it were my job, and you know, I want to see how this goes, and I want to see how people like it. I'm really so amazed at how happy everyone is about it and excited about this idea of the variety show. I mean, I'll be honest, to me, it's sort of like, this is what I do, so I'm glad I get to do it. But honestly, I think people really are excited for it, which is nice.
Well, here is Maya Rudolph, by the way. You can catch her in the new film, Inherent Vice, directed by her longtime partner, Paul Thomas Anderson. And Maya plays the secretary to a private investigator who is looking into the disappearance of a former lover.
Oh, and Miss Charlotte, I just need the contact information from you.
Hey, Clarence, did Glenn ever mention one of Mickey's ladies goes by the name of Shasta?
Girl's gone missing?
That's her.
Yeah. She was in love with him. Deeply in love.
Oh, Shasta and Doc lived together for a short while.
Oh.
Your longtime partner, Paul Thomas Anderson, directed the film. Of course, he directed Boogie Nights, Punch Drunk Love, Magnolia, There Will Be Blood, so many great movies. And he said this about working with you. When asked how it was, he said, it was great, it was easy. If you can get a couple of hours where you get to tell her what to do and she does it, I would definitely recommend that.
He said
yes,
that?
He said that to the Boston Globe.
What's your
yes.
response?
What was the experience like working with your husband?
Oh, that's hilarious.
Or your partner, excuse me.
Oh my God, I'm just reeling from how funny that is. It is actually really nice to sort of play dress up and go to work together, you know, and I feel like when you're watching someone do what they do so well, it really is such a pleasure. And Paul is such an incredible director, and he's so in his body and in his element when he's directing that it's fun to get to watch. And 2 times now I've given birth while he was shooting, so I don't get to see him. So this time I had our baby, and then I got to go to work and then actually and see what he does, because you know I'm home with the kids while he's off, you know, shooting and in his adventure, whatever what grown-ups do when you're home with a newborn baby. So it was nice to see. It was nice to go to work together for a change.
All right, so SNL, you were auditioning for SNL. How old were you, Maya, when you were doing that?
I started SNL when I was 27.
Okay, so I guess you get a call and you're told to come in and audition, right? So just walk me through that. I want to know what that was like. So you walked into the room.
Well, the best part is I never auditioned.
You didn't?
No, I blew it. I was supposed to audition, and a person who I was working with at the time said, "Oh, it's not a good year to audition. You don't want to do it." And I was so young and naive. I said, "Okay." But luckily, I put a tape together. I was at the Groundlings, and I put a tape together of all my sketches, and I sent it to Lorne, and then I got to have a meeting with him, and he put me on the show at the end of the 25th season for like the last 3 shows of the year. So that was my audition.
What was on that tape? Do you remember what was the thing?
A Renaissance fair couple or something.
Do you remember any of the bit that you did? Or?
Barely, just barely. Like, I mean, just really goofy, stupid stuff.
Did you get a call where he said?
Yeah, I had to come and meet Lauren in his office up on the 9th floor, and he asked me, "Why do you think you should be on the show?" And I said, "Because I like wearing wigs." It did not go well.
That's the right answer, though.
It's the truth.
Is there a favorite SNL character for you?
Oprah was just a liberating joy.
It's my birthday!
It was the most exquisite fun to like give things away and have people's heads blow off.
$900!
When I play Beyonce, I might as well be in drag. Like I don't feel like a woman compared to the woman that Beyonce is. Hi, I'm such a mess. I'm only wearing this.
What about Dan Donatella?
Now tell me which ones are coming in. Which one?
Off-screen, Rudolph shares 4 Choundlings in Los Angeles. There, she formed friendships that would define her career at SNL and beyond.
This is Dougie's sister, Megan. Hey. Hi.
I told you I let my children watch Bridesmaids
Yeah.
a couple days ago.
How'd that go?
There was some muting and fast-forwarding that happened.
Yeah.
But they love your scene at the bridal shop.
It's happening. It's happening. It happened.
You couldn't have imagined what it was going to do when you made that movie with your friends.
No. And I remember while we were making it saying, "This is so fun." We were all very groundlings connected. We had all the same friends, and then obviously we bonded here. It was one of those funny, rare things where we liked what we were doing and we kept saying, "I hope other people think it's funny." We think it's funny.
For her latest project, the Amazon series Forever, Rudolph teams up with another old friend, fellow SNL alum Fred Armisen.
Oh, my Fred. We wanted to play a married couple or any sort of couple. I used to say Fred was my comedy husband.
There's a lot we can't say about the show
Yeah.
that I want to say, but we're not going to say it.
Me too.
How do you describe it then to people who are thinking about checking it out?
It's the story about a relationship.
Do you remember the time we were here and we saw all those butterflies?
They go on the same vacation every year and they kind of do the same thing every year and
then stuff happens.
then stuff happens.
Forever seems an appropriate word for the relationships that started in this room. You've done pretty well for someone who was choking on popcorn 20 years ago in that
In that
office.
same office. Lauren and I have laughed about it since. Once you're a part of his life, it's